All right, we're back at it again. I think we got some audio this time, guys. So here we are, Forrest and Mark Hernandez. All right, let me get this up here so I can maybe follow the bouncing ball along with y'all here. Do. Get to my chat. All right, how you guys doing out there? Y'all in Lincoln City? Are y'all at home like me? I'm stuck at home, but I'm stuck at home with a new grandbaby, so I'm not too sad. All right, so here we go. We got Mark getting down, his head down. He's focused on this 10 ball. This is the first game in a race to 4. These guys are playing in the silver division. I don't think these guys are playing yet, are they? You know? Yeah. It's one for the books. Forrest, you're on fire right now. Let's keep it up. All right. Forrest with the break. Or no, I'm sorry. Mark with the break. This is a rack your own break format. See if I can find this match so I can see some comments out there. Can you guys hear me okay? 5, table 3. No, we've got to refresh this page. Do. I'm not seeing. Oh, here we go. Table 4. Here we are. All right. Sound is good. Awesome. Thanks, Vanderbeck. Appreciate you. Love you, buddy. I'm going to commentate this match, and I'm going to come over there and shoot some pool with y'all. I know you heard that. I got cinnamon rolls too. You might not have heard that. All right, Forrest, my man. Get that template out of the way. You know, honestly, I'm starting to not like the template in 8-ball. It seems to just get in the way more than it does help. It's the same spread. I don't see an advantage really. I mean, I don't know, I'm going to get shit thrown at me here. I don't see much of an advantage in 8-ball using the template. I think I can rack them and break them just fine with the plastic rack. There, I said it. All right, Forrest shooting stripes. This is a tricky shot, guys. You guys know if you're going to shoot outside English on this, you're more than likely going to miss. So I'm hoping he's going with the inside English. It looks like that he is. Beautiful. Rolls up for the 15. You're just going to have to poke this 15. Put the 15 in, and you're just going to want to punch this. Oh, so the cue ball come. Yep, exactly. You went a little far. There would have been good. But I think we can make this work. You don't always have to make a ball to win a game of pool. We a lot of times get stuck in our run out mentality. Where's the run? Where's the run? How do I get out? Because that's what all the cool kids do. But honestly, I think I'd be playing safe here if this doesn't go by the 2-ball. But he's got better eyes down there as a player than we do here watching from home. So it went by the 2, no problem. In the side pocket, Forrest is still shooting. I like taking the 11 here almost because you can make the 11, right? Boom. And then the cue ball is just gonna slowly bump into this ball. You don't wanna smash it. You just wanna move the 7 out of the way or just run into it. It says a little cushion because then you can shoot the 13 in the side or the 14 in the corner. Boom. All right. I like just playing this 14 and just coming off the rail. Nice and simple. I'm gonna curse. Don't curse. Don't get behind there. Don't do that. Boom. There we go. My boy. Man, all you got to do is leave that cue ball right there and you're good. All right. So here we go. Mark had a nice break. It just wasn't good enough to stop Forrest. He's going to shoot this 8 in the side, and it's going to be a 1-1 game. It is go time. That's what he's saying. Inside right now, the old Forrest, let's go. Let's get it. I'm not biased, am I? Yeah, I might be a little, but I'm going to try to do the best job I can commentating on this match. But it's no secret. I got somebody in my corner. Or I'm in his corner. You know what I mean. Hope you guys are having a good day out there. I'm at home in Olympia. It is raining like hell. They're talking about all this atmospheric river again. And it's gonna dump. It's gonna dump. That was a great run out, wasn't it, Vanderbilt? That was fantastic. Forrest is no, I don't know. I don't know what he was waving for. What do you suppose he was waving for there? Let's go, Forrest. He's called. No. Okay. I don't know what he's waiting for. Either way, he's down at the table. All right. Nice break. Did he drop a ball? Yes, he did. I had to look at my phone for a second, look back up, and yeah, here we go. This is a great looking table. I don't see much of a problem ball yet. Um, with eight ball, you really don't want to move anything once they're broken set spread like that. There's no need to juggle or to move anything. All right, hang tight, guys. I got to step away for a moment. I'll be right back. Sorry for that pause there, guys. I'm back. You guys might have been enjoying that music in the background better than me, but you're gonna have to deal with me now. So, all right, looks like it's still 1-1. His jersey on the left, is that Chris Marino? No, I'm just playing. I know it's not him, but all right. Mark with a cut. He's gonna be close to this 12. What do you do? What do you like here? You like the cut on the 10? Yeah. You're going to want to come back out to the middle of the table, but you want to be careful. Yeah, I don't think he had much of a plan of where he was going to actually uh, land the cue ball. He just knew that he was going to come out. A little movement there on his stroke, rattles the 11. I think Forrest has got a nice clean window here. You don't want to do too much here. If you just nip the rail just a little bit first. And I think you just want to leave the cue ball pretty much in this area. You just want to come down here. Oh, that was a bad line. Hold on. Yeah, I think he can only get to about right here. Right? And then you want to come off and just drift maybe out to here. That's about it. You don't want to get too carried away. Well, he played it better than me. Going for the full stroke. Great shot. Well, he leaves the 8 in front of the in front. So the 12 doesn't really go by. You don't want to flirt with that too much, not in Lincoln City, because the nerves get you. He's getting right down. Oh, he's gonna fire at this ball, huh? Yeah, he didn't like that. Oh, player got right in his line. Or perhaps he was in a big of a hurry and he didn't see her to the right and just got up too quick. Yeah, I didn't. I thought so. He didn't like that line. So now he's well. That's a sellout shot for sure. It's pretty tight on that rail though. Um, but I don't think this is a real difficult cut for Forrest. There you go. Great job, Forrest. All right, here we go. Okay, well, that was a long applause. I had to check out that button. They put it up there for me, and I had to press it. All right, 2-1, Forrest. Pam Potwin's out there watching. Hey, Pam. Thanks for watching. Got some Olympia supporters behind you here, Forrest. Rooting for you. Save race to 4. Both these guys are playing a pretty good pace. I don't expect us to see a lag off. You guys down there watching this match? Are you guys in Lincoln City? Have you seen a lot of lags yet? I've been kind of busy and just now really tuning in to the whole Lincoln City scene. And I think I saw Dan Louie and somebody else They went hill, and they had to go to like a two lag decision, and wow, that's crazy, especially at that level of play. Hey, you guys lag it, but hey, here we are. Mhm. Dry break, forced to the table. Getting rid of that template first, that's usually a sign. One, I'll say generally just a good practice. If you can remember, okay, the break just happened, go remove the template. But a lot of times we just don't. We remove it when we feel it's going to benefit us as a player. So a lot of times now, even myself, I found myself doing it. If I break and I can see that it's a runnable table, it's the first thing I do. I just go over there and remove the template. It's kind of a trigger or a sign for me that it's a runnable table. If it's not a runnable table, a lot of times I'll leave the template there as a reminder for myself that I'm going to play safe at some point, and I'm not running this table. But what can I say? I'm kind of a head case when I play pool. So, all right. Mark's got a couple supporters out there. Let's go, Mark. We got some Let's Go Forest. We got some. You haven't seen any lag offs? Yeah, Pam, I saw. Yeah, I saw one with Dan Louis last night. Jedi mind tricks, Pam. We all need some kind of a reminder or some kind of a thing to, you know, keep us grounded, have a plan. I played pool for 30 years, and I've just now, over the last 5 to 7 years, really started playing with a plan. Not just playing to just make balls and play safe when it's convenient, but play with a plan, right from the break. Shot that in a little quick. The ball rattles and drops. Creative? Yeah, sometimes I can be a little creative. I don't want to expose all my old hustles, but they're all old hustles, and uh, whether they're old or new, it's still kind of a hustle. So I don't really do them anymore because it doesn't really benefit anybody to do Jedi mind tricks. To like have the edge. We still got a couple of characters who we love dearly in town, but they still tend to want to do some of the old tricks to win them a game. Little Jedi mind tricks. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? All right, Mark's getting down. Is he shooting this 5 in the side? Yeah. See, that's dangerous. It's not that it wasn't makeable, but you had bigger percentages on other balls. All right. But that's okay. My boy Forrest back to the table. So yeah, when I say some of these Jedi mind tricks, the guy that's super quiet the whole rack while you're shooting until you get down on like the out ball or the 8 ball, and all of a sudden he's looking for 75 cents because, he's jingling the change. He's telling you in his head, hey, you're probably going to run out. So I'm going to get, I'm just going to get some quarters ready, and we'll just rack him again. Right. It gets in your head. He's like, oh, he's going to concede. He thinks I'm going to win. Next thing you know, you're in a Jedi mind game, and he started it, and you're playing his game. So does the change jingle, does the key jingle work? Yeah, if you let it. Kokomo was the master. Yeah, he was. Yeah, yeah. You're right, Pam. Kokomo was the master. Jedi mind tricks. All right. Mark to the table, but not happy. I mean, you always want to be happy back to the table, but when you don't have a shot, you just got to you just got to think a little bit different here. I see the 3 going in the side. It's a big pocket. I think the 7 is out in front enough. He elected to do something other than that. So that's fine. He doesn't leave much of a shot for Forrest. Or I think he might have enough. Look, that's the line there. Does he have a line? Oh, no. That 2's right in the way. That ain't going to work. So I think you can still kick the ball. You're just looking to not give up ball in hand here at this point. Great kick. Good hit. Great hit by Forrest. All right, Mark back to the table. Shooting the 6 in the side. Just got to watch the contact with the. Okay, he almost scratched on that. Didn't see that. Really, this looks pretty good here. You got to get to that. What was that? The 2 and 3 pairing down here. Wow, he shot that 1 into the side about 100 miles an hour. Impressive. It went in. A little bit of a stretch. Puts a good tap stroke on it. Sends it up table. Got a few balls left to clear here. But the more you clear these out at the bottom half of your table, you're going to expose. Yeah, I don't know that I would have played it that way. I think right now, if you're really looking at the table, the shot to take right now is probably the 2, because I don't think you're getting back on it. But wow, okay. Prove me wrong. Saving the 2 for last. Yeah, take an extra moment here. Player on the left of your screen got it in his line of sight. It can slow it down. But that's really learning to try to block out those distractions. And right now, he's probably telling himself, man, I should have just waited till that player was gone. And in normal situations, you might have. But when you're playing in Lincoln City in these tournaments, you should have the same, opportunity to say, hey, I'm just waiting until that guy gets out of my line of sight, or vice versa. Hey, this person on the next table behind me wants to shoot, so I have to wait a second. You'd like to do those things. But at Lincoln City this year, apparently you really can't take that road, because you jeopardize going into overtime and playing a lag to decide who wins, from the best of my understanding. So a lot of those things that are out of your control, the Western BCA is controlling for you. All right. Mark. Fires the 2M, leaves himself, well, I think you can cut this down. You got a free shot here, because the 10 is a cushion preventing the scratch. Yep. MARC looking to even this match up to 2-2. Getting 2-2 is going to be a lot better than a 3-1. And he fires it in. So he needed that for a little confidence there. So 2-2 in this race to 4. I believe it's going to be, whose break is it? Is it Forrest's break? Yeah, Forrest. All right, Forrest back to the table to break. All right. Two to two. Are they counting whose break it is? I don't know who did break first. Was it Forrest? I think Forrest broke first, so he breaks on the evens. So he'll break here. Sporting his BCA Worlds shirt. My man's been playing a lot of pool lately, huh? Mm-hmm. All right. Tables are looking good down there this year. At least on this screen, it looks nice and clean. All right. Forrest making a ball on the break. Leaves a little bit of a cluster in the middle. But, kind of halfway through this race, it may, bring out the strategic player in these guys. We've seen them both with an open table. They can both run balls fairly okay. They're both good at shot making. Well, let's see the strategy on this cluster down here. Do they elect to go with a strategic breakout or just a breakout? Mark shooting stripes. He's just got to watch that 9 ball. You can tap that 9 ball out, I think, even right now, maybe, if you hit that 11 with a little left. Yeah, Pam, for real. Forrest is shooting good. We do have a Thurston and Kitsap battle coming up here after Lincoln City, about a week after these guys get back, right? Going up there to Kitsap County. Show those guys what's up. We're going to get it this year. New team. Bust them up pretty good. Here comes Forrest. He's ready. What am I looking at? He's shooting solids. Not one to pocket at this point, but you don't always need a ball to pocket, like I said earlier, to win a game of pool. The combo's not bad. Stays behind the one and remains safe. Does he have the 15? I don't think so. I think pretty sure the 9 is in the way there. Oh, well, doesn't leave a shot. What do you guys like here? You don't want to sell out because he's got a pretty open table. You don't want to leave too much of a shot here. What can Forrest do? What do you guys see? Right now, I don't. I'm trying to put myself there. I don't know that you can. Yeah, I don't know if you can nip that ball and just and get that cue ball to stay on the rail here. But then I think you're going to leave the 9-14 or even the 14 hole if you come out too far. Yeah, I like hitting the 4 this way. It's just going to tap the 7, and the cue ball, you want it to run over this way. It's about what you want to do. Leaving the target like right there. You don't want to leave this. You don't want to. This 14, guys. I mean, it's huge. It's a big ball. It's easy to hit from anywhere. Yeah. What is Mark going to elect first, the 9 or the 14? You should be taking the 9 first. But it does leave room to get behind that 4. Oh, you got lucky. All right, Mark with a chance to run out here and try to take a 1-game lead. But he's got a lot of work to do. He's playing a little nonchalant. Should be really picking his target for where he wants the cue ball. You know, and you really want to be right about there. See, I don't know. Why did he like to go into the side pocket there? He really should have. He should be playing. Well, not should. That's a strong word, Aaron. That should. I would have played the 8 for that corner. That's what I would have done. But you know, that's why I'm not. That's why I don't play in tournaments like this. So, not very good. All right, Mark, 3-2 in this race to 4. He is on the hill. Forrest still had a few balls on the table, but we know Forrest can run, so it's just all about opportunity. Did I say he got lucky? Well, no. I'm saying what I'm saying is that you should pick your target for where you want to land the cue ball to improve the consistency of getting out. That's what I was saying. I definitely would not have played that in the side pocket if that's what you're asking, but it was a great shot. Fantastic shot. I just would not have played it there. This is Mark. I get it, man. I get it. I get it. How do you get the good Evo music back on? You got to get me to log out. And I'm going to do that when this race is over. If that's all good with you, Travis. All right. Travis up to the break. And he breaks from the side. I like that spot too. Did that break for many years. Kind of back to the middle of the table now, but I find that I'm scratching in the side pocket a lot more than I used to. And I don't like it. It's a second ball breaker. And it's dry. All right, wide open table. Let's see what Forrest elects to do here. We immediately see the combo that's a problem, the 3-ball. You take it now because you can use a stripe. And then you can run solids. Or you can leave it there, deal with it later. If you take the solid now, see, why not use the 11 now if you're going to take solids? There we go. Chris Marino in the house. What's up, Chris? Mm-mm-mm-mm. No, it was not a break and run for the win. We're hoping that. Well, see, there's another tied up ball. But that's okay. Again, you don't always have to run a table to win. Yeah, that music's the jam. And I can sing to y'all, but you guys wouldn't like that either. You'd be like, no, put the music back on. No, don't follow it in and don't get behind the. Okay. Hmm. What do you like here? Can you make this ball and shoot another ball, or are you going to be playing safe? Let's go. You might have a shot at. No, I don't think that 6 clears. You think that 6 goes? Maybe. Oh, he shot that right quick. That's okay. We got a shot for Mark here, going 9 up table. What do you do here? Mark's really studying. You can make the 9, but if you leave the cue ball anywhere on this side, you don't have a hole for another ball because that 3 is sitting right in front. Was he trying to run into that group? He's trying to break it out, maybe? I think he was. All right. Well, he missed the breakout. Doesn't leave much on that 7 ball. Forrest has to have a plan for that. It may bank in the, oops, shit, sorry. The 7 may bank here if you can get shape on it. Let's see what he does. He's got to leave that 6 right in front of the hole. Oh, that was a tough one to control there, really. Here I'm just playing safe. Just park the 6 there and leave the cue there. Unless you want to try to kick at the 6 hard, then you could, but I don't know. I don't think I like the kick either. So he leaves the 9. That's the only ball he leaves. It's actually not bad. It forces the other player to, break out again. Well, the 6 covers this hole this way. As long as Mark can get out, I'd say, to the middle of the table here, you're good. You might even just want to play this short so you can play this 10 in the cross in the side. Oh, he came across, guy. Everybody has a different canvas, right? I like playing the 13 in the side. I don't think the 11 goes without hitting the 10. But the 13 will go on the side, and it'll push that 15 towards this bottom left-hand corner, and you'd still be all right. Mark's electing for the 14 ball. Doesn't sell out though. I don't think this goes by the 14. I think he is okay here. Bum, bum, bum. Deichman, thank you for coming. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for putting up with my voice. A little bit under the weather. Sounds like I smoked a pack of cigarettes. And I don't smoke. I don't smoke cigarettes, if that helps. But either way, my chest, I don't know if y'all have had this out here, but this chest cold or something that's been floating around is something else. All right. This time he does leave a shot for FORREST, and he knows it. He came around that table pretty quick. Got out of his chair. Hey, let me at it. Just got to put a little inside on this ball. You do only need pocket speed here with inside English. You do not need to do anything fancy. He forgot the inside English. That's okay. I think this still plays fine. The problem is a lot of times we don't hit this as hard as we think we should, and we come up short. We come up on a 50-yard line. So he's really got to stroke this ball. What'd I say, guys? Yeah, he almost got there. To me, I would have stroked it to play. Oh gosh, that stupid circle. I would have stroked it to play in the other corner instead of just trying to float and control too much. A lot of times you just stroke the ball and go to the other side. A seductive voice. Hey, Patrick Nick said the same thing. He said, talk to me more, baby cakes. Nice. Let's go. Let's go. 3-3. We got a hill match, guys. Hill. Thriller. Oh, it's too bad you guys can't hear my sound effects. Or can you? Can you guys hear that? No, probably not. I don't know. Maybe you can. No. Let me know. You guys might only be able to hear my voice, maybe not the sound effects. That'd be cool if you could. What do you guys think? Can you guys hear this? No, not quite. All right. Just me and my raspy voice today. Let's go, Chris. That's right. Let's go. I can't do a forced voice today. If I did that, I'd be screaming, and there's a little baby next door, so I can't really do that. Hill, baby. Hill. That's right. Hill, Thriller. Let's go. He's focused. Come on, 15. Oh, man, it almost went in. That's all right. Mark to the table. We got a couple tied up balls here, guys. This 9 ain't pretty. I do not want to be striped. But then, look at the 7. That one sucks too. All 3 of those balls kind of suck. Yes, EvoSports has such a great platform. I don't have to be down there watching you guys. I can be, how many miles away am I? I don't, like miles away. I'm up here in Olympia, guys. You guys are down there. And here I am watching a match and commentating. Thanks to the power of the interwebs and EvoSports. EvoSports is doing great stuff. Fantastic. I sound biased. I am biased, Leah. I'm only commentating this match because I want one of these guys to win. I'm kidding. No, I'm not kidding. All kidding aside, I'm here just to commentate. I got on this morning. I was like, hey, I got a couple days off. I'm gonna check into Lincoln City and I'm gonna commentate. And I found this match. And I don't know either of these guys, but I really like this FORREST guy. He's growing. He's growing on me. So I'm not biased. All right, FORREST, let's go. I will try to hide some of my biased based voice. So no, Mark, and he's a great guy. He's a great shooter. All these guys. I like all pool shooters. I like all of them. And I like to think that I'm better than all of them. And but I'm not. All right, Mark with a shot at the 2. Fires it. Great shot. He got through a couple. He like went in the bike lane there for a minute to get through a couple cars, and bam, fired it up in the corner. That was a great shot. Now he's faced with Bam. Okay, most all is what I said. You just forgot. You just didn't hear me say most. Most all players I like. Okay, both these guys are slowing down, as you will see in a hill match. Both players really studying, trying to make the right decision. Again, the pool game changes when you're actually the one shooting pool, not the one commentating. So while it's easy for me to see the shot and what he should be doing and how to hit it, is all irrelevant. Does it snow? It's not enough to stay out. It drinks. Interestingly enough, though, that 4 ball wasn't froze originally. I think it had a little bit of maybe a credit card gap in between the rail and the ball. And now FORREST pushed that 4 directly on to the rail, I think. And it's pretty much right on the edge. Which may be okay for some, but it can do some funny things. And depending on how close it is towards the side, you can actually push it right past that point. He's looking for the breakout here, looking to. I don't like that. That makes the pocket even smaller right now. I know he's trying to. I don't know if he's trying to play off of the 4. I guess I can't see his angle. I don't like this shot. Oh wow, he liked it. You played it better than me, bro. That was awesome. So plays out the 4. The 4 is now back off of the rail, which leaves a shot. But you got to get back here on this side of the table to shoot it up. This is straight in, so the only way back is draw. Yeah. He's going a little jacked up over top of a ball to draw. So it adds a little more fun. You put a lot of left on there, it looks like. Yep. He actually has a shot here. I think this 4 still cuts. What do you guys think? Do. Yep. All right. Forrest looking to shoot this 12 in first. 13, the 11 goes. They all go. I think really the key here is just to stay with the plan, one shot at a time. Follow your pre-shot routine, and the rest will follow suit. What you should not be thinking about is, oh my gosh, if I just run these balls, then I will win. And then, you get down to 3 balls and 2 balls, and the finish line gets closer, and the reward gets bigger. That's what you should not be thinking about. We all do, but we should not be thinking those things. We should only be thinking the same thing on every shot, just like a robot, like a machine. You can still have fun being a machine and enjoy and get the enjoyment out of it. Let's go, Forrest. Let's go. Yep, we're gonna go into lag off. Yep. Here comes the laggers. Chris Aldrich. Man, did you last night they had I saw Dan Louie and somebody else they had to go into a lag off. Crazy, right? That's the way it goes. That's a really good leave. Good shot. So I guess that Ford does not cut in that side over there, huh? Yeah, Dan and Bill Rose. Yeah, exactly. Oh, we lost both matches to lag. Wow. All right. Well, I think I am going to play safe again. I think I'm just going to tap this 11 into the rail and say, all right, buddy. Boom. Just leave the cue ball right there. That's all you got to do. So, yeah. Yes, sir. Just tap. A little tap, tap, tap through. You don't want to go too far. You don't want to leave him a shot around the other side. I think that's too far. Because now I might be tempted to bank that 4. I think that was too far. Nah, he's going to play safe. Forrest looking to get a shot at that 9 ball is what he's really trying to do. He hits the 15 first. That's a foul ball. That's a ball in hand. Yep. Ball in hand, sir. Yep, ball in hand. Yeah, you hit the 15. Yes, sir. All right. You know you got to play that combo. Come on, man. Forrest. Play that 15-6-9. That's what I'd be looking at. Unless you just want to have him do the work for you. Have him make your 9-ball. You don't want to do that, though. You got to play that 15-6-9. I don't like that either. Because then the fifth, then the sixth is going to stay in front. You know, I think what he's seeing here, I think what he's looking at is the 15, 11 in the bottom left. And then I think he's going to shoot those 9 last and having a 9-8 out. I don't know. I don't know. If he's got to be very, very careful here, or he's going to be leaving himself a kick at this 9, which may not be the end of the world. But honestly, I think this is better. I think missing the ball was better. Yeah. Yeah, he still holds the pocket. Yeah, he's calling the 6-9, but he doesn't have enough. Prove me wrong, guys. You have to hit this with bottom English, right? But there's not enough running room. Yeah, there wasn't enough room to follow that in. But nonetheless, he holds the pocket now. So what do you got to do? Right? Play safety. Yeah, bottom rail, Chris. What do you think? No. Yeah, I'm trying to leave the cue ball like right there. And I'm just running up on this 15 back. That's what I'm doing. Or push the 15 there and leave the cue ball come up this way, right? I don't know. Yeah, push it as close to the 8 as you can. Either the cue ball or the 15 ball. I think, the cue ball behind the 8 rather than the 15, because why mess with your 15 or 11, whatever the fuck it is? Why jeopardize it too much? Well, this is all in Mark's control now. It's really just the 2-8 getting to the 4. Getting from the 4 to the 8 is not easy, because you really have to be, I think, on this rail as close to it to make that happen. If you're on this portion of the 4 ball, you're not going to get back to that 8 very easy. So he's on the wrong side of it. Well, actually, no. It's just a do or die shot, bottom right. Right. Oh, they got rid of the cue ball, didn't they? Okay. Used to have a little cue ball image. Yeah, we got rid of that one. Okay. So bottom right here, pull back to the bottom rail. That's a great shot. There we go. 4-3. Good match. Well played, guys. Great hill battle. All right. So Mark with the win. Thanks, guys. We'll try to find another match to commentate. You're welcome for the bias commentary. Yeah. All right. Good job, Mark. Thanks, Travis. Back to your shitty music.